Good morning. This is our last skill building for Chapter 1, and it's on a newer concept called asymptotes. So on page 37 there are math notes in your textbook talking about asymptotes. Go ahead and read that, and then I'm going to go through this with you here. So pause me, go ahead, take a moment to read page 37, and now we're going to talk about what an asymptote is. You can write it in your own words. I'm going to go ahead and give you a definition that I'm going to use. Now the book has a very formal definition. I like to describe it a different way. So what an asymptote is, I'm going to look at this graph down here. It's where the graph is approaching a value but never touches it. So the book describes it as this distance between the graph and this axis, for instance, is getting closer and closer to zero, but never actually gets there. I look at it as kind of like a wall. This x-axis here is acting like a wall. This graph is approaching this x-axis, but never crosses over it. So I'm going to describe it as, let's see, a part of the graph approaches but never reaches a value. And this might be a little fuzzy yet right now. It's a pretty new concept for us in Algebra 2. So it's a part of the graph approaches but never reaches a value. And sometimes you can have more than one asymptote present on a graph. So let's look at number 2, part A and part B, and maybe that will help clear it up a little bit. And like I said, you still might be a little bit fuzzy, and as we continue to look at it in today's group problems and going forward, hopefully it'll start to make a little more sense on what it is. So we're supposed to determine if the graph shown has an asymptote. If it has an asymptote, we're supposed to give the equation for them. This one does have an asymptote. When you're on decimals.com, you can kind of see it a little more clearly than on here. Some of the graphing calculators will show you where the asymptote actually is located on the graph. So this one has one here, and they usually draw them with dashed lines. The TI-83s in my classroom do not do that. But you can also use the table and the equation to help you determine if there are asymptotes present or not. A lot of times they are an area that has an undefined value. So if I look at this graph right here, there is a value that if I plugged it in here would cause a divide by zero error. And that value is x equals -3. So if we put -3 down here, -3 plus 3 is a 0, and 1 divided by 0 is an error. So this graph has an asymptote. So yes, there are asymptotes. And one of them is at x equals -3. Because if I plug a -3 into this equation, I get an error and I can't divide by 0. So this graph here, you can see this arrow is going to be trying to approach this and get closer and closer and closer to -3, but it'll never get there. So it'll be -2.999999, etc. But it just cannot be -3, because once I put -3 in here, I get an error and I can't have that. So it jumps over, and then it comes over to this side. So this side here is like -3.00000001, and you can put as many zeros in there as you want, as long as you have a 1 at the end, or any other number at the end. So again, this is getting closer and closer and closer to this wall, but never touches it and never jumps over it. Okay, the other asymptote is right here, and that is the x-axis. And oddly enough, the equation for the x-axis is y equals 0, because every one of these points on here has a 0 for their y value. This would be 2, 0. Here's 1, 0. 0, 0, -1, 0, -2, 0. So they all have 0 for y. So yes, there are asymptotes for part A, and here they are. All right, part B. This is a parabola, and sometimes it helps to see the lines here. Okay. So as this graph continues to move out, is it ever going to hit a wall? And in this case, it's no. There are no numbers here that would cause an error. So this is just going to keep getting wider and wider and wider. Same for this side here. There is no asymptote down here, Asymptotes always take place next to the arrows, if they were there. This one doesn't have any. So you're always looking at the arrows trying to see if it's running into a wall. Not down here. So this doesn't count as an asymptote, even though the graph stopped here. There is no arrow here. So really the graph didn't stop here. It turned around and went the other way. So this one has no asymptotes. And like I said before, if you're a little bit fuzzy, that's okay. We'll talk about it some more today. It is a newer concept, and sometimes newer concepts take a little while before you start to see what is actually happening. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know.